Hi guys, it's good to be back. What are we going to be doing now? Well, we're really going to be doing the complement to modelling production externalities. We're going to be modelling consumption externalities. Right, that's what we're about. So remember, there are two types, aren't there? There are positive. Can I abbreviate this? Consumption externalities, and there are negative consumption externalities. Again, an alternative word would be beneficial, an alternative word would be detrimental. Now, just to help us out with our accounting, remember that consumption is about consuming benefits. It's not about generating costs. So if you've got a spillover benefit, then what's the rule going to be? That's right, it's going to be adding. You have to add. If you've got a spillover cost, then it must be that you subtract. Remember, this accounting rule set is the sort of inverse of the accounting rule set that we use for production externalities. So if you know one rule set, then you can work out what the other rule set is. Alright, so let's go and do a little bit of modelling. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say up here positive consumption externality. I hope you enjoyed some of those over the holidays. Alright, so what we're going to do is that now my little simplifying assumption is going to be that there are no production externalities. So let me just come up here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go marginal cost plus externalities equals marginal social cost. And look, I'm going to assume that that's 0. So what we have is marginal cost equals marginal social cost equals supply. This is a simplifying assumption. It just helps us out. Alright, so here we go. Demand equals marginal benefit. Alright, well, let's work it out. Marginal benefit plus a spillover benefit. Well, there's an alternative name for this, isn't it? A third-party benefit. It's just the same as a spillover benefit, one and the same. And so what we've got here is marginal social benefit. What's this telling us? Well, it's telling us that the marginal social benefit is greater than the marginal benefit. So if I'm going to draw that curve in, that's where it goes, marginal social benefit. Have you got it right, Kim? Well, yeah, look, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put in a quantity line there. It is Q1. Okay, this is going to be my marginal benefit. And that's going to be my marginal social benefit. My marginal social benefit is higher than my marginal benefit. This modelling does comply with our accounting. All is kosher, all is good with the world. Alright, well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in my supply curve. I only need the one because we assume that there are no production externalities. That's 0. Right, so we know this is going to be the supply equals marginal cost equals marginal social cost. So what's the model telling us? Well, look, from the free market's point of view, they want to supply this quantity, Q2. From society's perspective, which is the broader perspective, It includes both direct costs and benefits plus indirect costs and benefits. It's the one that fully accounts for all the costs. It's telling us that we want this quantity Q3. In fact, it's telling us that we want more. And again, that's what we want. Where something is beneficial, we usually want more. Well, that was pretty easy, wasn't it, really? Okay, so I'm going to shrink that down. I come back here and I'm going to say what I want you to do now. What I want you to do is I want you to model a negative consumption externality. Okay, and I'll start you off because I'm kind. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go demand equals marginal benefit. Right, guys, take it away. I'll give you 30 seconds. Ten, 20, 30. Alright, well I think it's approximately 30 seconds, it seemed like it anyway. Alright, so just staying in red, what have we got here? We've got marginal benefit. Now we've got a spillover cost. So that'll be minus the spillover cost. And that'll give us our marginal social benefit curve. So what we can see is the marginal social benefit is going to be less than the marginal benefit. In other words, this curve must be below this one. So I'm going to put it in here, marginal social benefit. Yep. What do we know about production? Well, we know that there are no production externalities, so I'm just going to put in my supply curve. That supply equals marginal cost equals marginal social cost. Well, I'll change colours now for the analysis. So what does the old free market want to supply? It wants to supply us this quantity here, Q1, doesn't it? But it's only looking at the direct costs and direct benefits. We need to look at those indirect costs and indirect benefits and add them on. So here's the optimum equilibrium from society's point of view. Why optimum? Because it's where marginal social cost equals marginal social benefit. There's a full accounting of all the costs and benefits. And it's Q2. It's telling us that we want less. And our intuition should be screaming at us, yes, you've modelled it correctly, because where there's negativity, we actually want less of that, don't we? So we've modelled things correctly. Alright, well, there are going to be some exercises to follow, and I hope that this makes it much easier for you. Catch ya.